Starting early. Hey, how you doing?
And I like your jacket.
Oh, thank you.
What's your role with the Operation Group?
I'm one of the small business coaches
I
at Bard in Kingston, you know. Yes,
Accent.
I saw you do this thing.
Oh, yeah. And I love jerk chicken.
Amen. I love some jerk chicken and some ackee sauce.
Oh, Aki, that's right. That's right. My mother used to make bami back in the day. Mm-hmm.
Here we go, and 1, 2, 3.
Tell me about your organization.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Hello, my name is Kara Eubanks, and I'm the youth representative for New Future Foundation to the United Nations. We have our academic arm, which is Global Ovid Day Seminary and University, which connects with our New Future Foundation Jamaican chapter. Over the years, we've donated tablets, calculators, other supplies that are needed for schools in Kingston as well as in Portland. And we recently had a COVID missions trip that we did back in March 2021, where we were able to donate hand sanitizers, other electronics, and we had students saying, God's you is a godsend through our academic partner. So we are very much invested in the success of Jamaica. Our chancellor for God's You and our executive president for New Future Foundation, the Jamaican chapter, is Jamaican born and raised, Dr. Diane Moore Eubanks, and so it's just a pleasure to get to give back as a half Jamaican woman as well,
Great.
which is me.
Wonderful.
So we really appreciate it. We're going to be back next year, and we're looking forward to having you with us. So without further ado, I want to bring out our Master of Ceremony, who's been doing a great job this year. We're going to love the great Emmy Award-winning Maggie Lynch.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? I know there's a lot of folks who are still trickling in from breakfast. Well, the judges have quite a session to deliberate, and we have a few special partners. We are going to announce some commitments to 1MBV.
And while you're doing that,
And?
we've got a special guest in the house.
Yeah.
He was in this house in 1967 when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. held his last annual meeting for SCLC as he pivoted to poverty. Dr. King met here with his team in 1967, a year before that fateful day in Memphis. The last meeting of Dr. King happened here with somebody in the room today. Join me in saying hello, thank you for your service to my personal hero, civil rights leader, icon, Ambassador Andrew Young.
Always good seeing the ambassador. And we also have others who are making a commitment. Melvin Coleman, Atlanta Black Chamber of Commerce. Are you here, Melvin? Okay, well, and David Harris, Greater Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce, and Drew Louder, President, Hyatt Radio Atlanta, and Chris Ray, President. Oh, here they are. All right. Thanks, guys. You were a little slow with the take, but, you know, we'll take you whenever we can get you. All right? Chris Ray, President, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And we want to thank you all. Wait a minute, there's more people coming out. I didn't get the memo on you all, but thank you very much for joining us and also for making the commitment. Would you like to say? Yes, please, go right ahead.
Wow, finally made it on stage at the Hope Global Forum, man. Good evening. My name is Melvin Coleman. I am the Executive Director for the Atlanta Black Chambers. Our mission, the growth of competitive, profitable, and sustainable Black-owned businesses. We achieve our mission with our events, activities, and programs, which provide the necessary access to critical resources, information, and relationships for entrepreneurs and small business owners, but also it provides the exposure that they need for their business and their brand. And so I'm super excited about the Atlanta Black Chamber's commitment to the 1MBB initiative. There's enormous synergy between Operation Hope and the ABC. And so when I look at the future, wait and see the greatness that we achieve through this collaboration. Thank you.
I'm David Harris with the Greater Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce, and I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge up front that my very first job when I was a scholarship student at the Padea School was with Mayor Andrew Young. And had it not been for him, I probably wouldn't be here now. Things have gone pretty well all those years ago. Thank you very much. I will keep it brief. I actually have the distinction of being able to represent two 1MBB partners, that is GGBCC and Sterling Seacrest Pritchard, which is the insurance partner for the enrollees who come in and need any kind of counsel and support. I'm very proud of that because, of course, insurance undergirds risk. So when our folks take a risk, I'll be glad to be there to help to protect them. I just want to say that the reason why we are fully supportive of this program is because, in our view, the future of Black advancement is in partnership more so than patronage. And we believe that that's a vision that all stakeholders can coalesce around, and we will do our level best and a little bit more to make sure that they do. Thank y'all.
The moment you've been waiting for. The big check. All right, for our $10,000 winner, Megan, come on out here. Megan is our $10,000 winner. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you want to say a few words?
Just thank you so much for having me here, for being a part of the 1MBB. This is an incredible opportunity, and I think what you guys are doing is so important. Access to capital for Black business owners is really the most important first step. So I thank you so much, and just thank you to both of you. Your pitches were incredible, and I'm just honored to be up here with the both of you. So thank you.
All right, so go ahead and stand over
Okay.
there with me.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. That's right.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amena Agbaje. I am the program lead for Black entrepreneurship at Shopify. I'm very excited to be here. We have a prize that we want to give away. We are giving away the... Am I doing the right thing here?
Yes.
Okay. We're giving away the Shopify Green Bag Winner Award, which is a full website redesign with one of our Shopify Plus partners, Parkfield Commerce. And we're giving this away to... I don't know the business name, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. All I do is cook. This is my fellow Naija boy. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My apologies.
Thank you so much to the organizers of the event. This was great. This is amazing. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm sure my team back home is super, super delighted. We are so grateful, and we can't wait to see what everybody else here is going to be up to in the next couple of months. I believe everybody here today has amazing ideas, and we can't wait to meet each other at the top. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay, I believe that John Hope Bryant has something to say.
First of all, is everybody glad to get out of the house? Are you glad to get out of the house? Isn't this beautiful? Come on now, the Bible suggests be hot or be cold. If you're lukewarm, I'll spat you out. Translation, even God is not like mediocrity. Isn't this beautiful? My mother, who's in the audience, Miss Juanita Smith, has educated me, her and my aunties, on the unique needs of those who are getting older in their age. Not old, they're just getting more mature. And those needs are different. And my mother is an amazing, dignified embodiment of young at any age. And I was thinking about her as your presentation was being made. And it strikes me the only purpose of power is to collect it so you can give it away. And I was sitting here thinking about an adventure that we created at Operation Hope called Hope Ventures, which I've never used. So today, Brian Betts, I apologize, my CFO, I've not told you about this. We're going to make a lead commitment of $50,000 against your $250,000.
Hello, my name is Fennell Wilkins, and I am a living testament of Operation Hope. From Atlanta, Georgia. First generation Liberian to Liberian parents. I've always had the dream and desire to do something outside of the norm. And for me, I decided that I wanted to open up not just a film production company, but gear rental service to filmmakers that can't afford to own big time lights, big time cameras, big time microphones to shoot their dream movie that they always wanted to shoot.
Tell me a story.
Let alone being able to open up film schools in African countries and give young individuals like myself a chance to pursue a career outside of being a lawyer, a doctor, but something that really speaks to their soul. And the great Mr. Lyndon Jackson was one of the few individuals that encouraged me to be part of Operation Hope and take advantage of the 1 MBB, helping out Black women live outside of the 9 to 5, but to really live out their dreams and become their own boss and create a platform, create a brand for themselves that they've always wanted to.
My name is Lyndon Jackson, and my official title is Financial Wellbeing Coach. I go by Small Business Coach as well. I saw a press release about Shopify and Operation Hope teaming up to help create 1 million Black businesses by 2030, and it really excited me to see that this kind of initiative was in place to help drive Black business up, and I wanted to be a part of it. So I started fishing around. I actually come from an audio-visual background, so I just wanted to help them with their meetings, and I let my supervisor, Walter Dees, talk me into coming on as a coach for small business. And I've been working with small businesses as well as big business for a long time, so I'm really comfortable in the business world. So, you know, I signed on and I found out that I can actually make a difference with people and motivating people to, you know, complete tasks. It touches my heart to see people tell me that I've made a difference in their lives somehow, whether it's by providing them with information or motivating them or just listening to them. But I've been able to really measure the amount of help that I've been able to give to people, and it's just a very gratifying experience. I've worked with a number of clients that were, you know, somewhat introverted and, you know, not talking a lot, not able to describe their business, and I've been able to pull a lot of stuff out of my clients. And you know, by the time the process was almost completed, I had someone that was enthusiastic about their business, They were more knowledgeable about their business, and I just, pat myself on the back sometimes to see this huge transformation that took place. We've just never had the opportunity in history to be at this point, so I applaud John Hope Bryant for starting this organization, staying positive and providing a means for people to, move up.
I have a commitment to be with the team, the owner, a very close friend, very gracious man, and one that is certainly involved in a level playing field for minorities, all minorities. So he was a wonderful guy. So we got our butts handed to us here for a couple of days. In Houston, we got the one first game 5-4, and we got bus handed to us. The next two games was like a total of like 20-8, 20-9.
Get you into the window of your own sense of social justice coming up through baseball.
Well, I would go all the way back to being 11, 12 years old. Being from Pennsylvania, and we had an all-star game of the best players that they could find in the state of Pennsylvania to play a series against the best players of Florida. And it was an all-star, two all-star teams. We were hosting in Pennsylvania. I was the best player, Little League player around. But I was not allowed to play because they were afraid if I got hit with a pitch or I slid in the second base hard. That's my memory there. That there could be some kind of an incident or a fight, which was crazy to me. You got kids playing hard. But I was not able to play in that 3-game series that they had.
He's 75 years old and still trying to give back. We need more Reggie Jacksons in the world.
And if I can't, hopefully we'll be in the World Series again, playoffs again, and hopefully we can do it there soon. But look forward to seeing you, John. And thank you, and thanks everybody there for accommodating my attendance here today. Much, much appreciated.
And Reggie, I want to tell you what Colin Powell told me in a note. I'm going to say to you right now. He sent me a note that said I'm going to keep popping off from time to time on things that matter. Reggie,
yes,
keep popping off
that's necessary.
on things that matter.
Listening and looking into the what's going on down there so that we can be more participatory. He took the time out of his work, took the time out of it from his wife and 4 girls he's got, lucky stiff, to be able to be there today and be able to connect with John so that we can move forward and get connected and support what John hopes.
And I'm coming to stay in your guest house. Make some room.
No problem, my friend.
Love you, man. Friendly protocols in place. We've got, Mr. Administrator, you were here, we got a little badge. Green is I'm vaccinated, you can hug me or shake my hand. Yellow is stay 6 feet away, and we can fist bump. And another color basically says, don't think about it.
That's great. I wish I were there. Thanks for having me virtually, though.
Help the budding entrepreneur and small business to come up from nothing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and you mentioned it early on, and by Biden-Harris administration in 2021 really tried to focus on how we could make sure that the relief, the COVID relief that the SBA has been putting out goes to those businesses who need it the most and who were not able to access it in 2020 when it first rolled out because of those historic barriers that we all are familiar with.
She's an Atlanta native. Clearly she earned and deserved everything she's got on her own. But everybody needs somebody to open the door. Can you guess who this person is? Fortune 500 CEO, female, black. Doug?
Well, I know you're referring to Roz Brewer, who is an outstanding leader, and I'm excited about what she's doing with her career. And I think, John, last time we counted, there are more than 20 companies now that have CEOs that came from Walmart.
Wow. In the larger corporate ecosystem, running big companies now?
Yeah, that's right. Brands like Hanes, Michaels, Target, Walgreens, eBay, and others.
It matters what you say as the sixth largest bank in America and now CEO. And by the way, thank you, Kevin King, for all of his contributions. What advice do you have for leaders?
I think, the mantra that I live by is to be purposeful and to run a purpose-led company. I think people want to work for companies that are purpose-led. I think they want to do business with companies that are purpose-led. They want to work in the community with companies that are purpose-led, that stand for something bigger. And the real connection happens, and we talk about this with all of our teammates, is when your personal purpose connects with your company's purpose. That's when the flywheel happens. Yeah. And sometimes it's a Venn diagram, they're right on top of each other. My personal purpose and the company's purpose are right on top of each other. Sometimes it's not exactly perfect.
We had family and relatives that lived in Chicago, and the daddies were in charge. No.
That was really funny. I can't tell you why I was late, but it was really funny. Bill Daley. Just might be one of the 10 most consequential people ever to grace the stage. He has no idea what I'm about to say. And he's slightly terrified. Thank you for trusting me. Bill Daley is vice chairman of Wells Fargo, which is one of the largest money center banks in the world.
Your organization has done throughout the years, being an incredible supporter of this institution, the Treasury Department, and the work that we're doing to advance the causes of racial equity and ensuring that communities of color throughout this country have the same economic opportunities as everyone else, has been something that pushed us on, helped us with, and continue to advise us on going forward. So it's great to be here with you today.
Honored to have you with us. Well, and I want to say his name is not Wale, it's Wale Adiyama. Wale, can you please walk us through very quickly some of your background, the other positions that you held, given that you look 12. You look so timeless, you look so young, but I think it does not underscore your experience. Walk people through quickly some of your prior positions and with presidents.
Well, John, thanks for giving me an opportunity to talk a little bit about how truly blessed I've been to have great mentors and friends along the way, including yourself, who have helped me throughout my career. I had an opportunity to work in the Obama administration, starting in the very beginning, working for Secretary Geithner and then Secretary Lieu.
And we do brands, and we believe that brands should follow their purpose. And we believe that purpose and profitability go hand in hand. And after the murder of George Floyd, our clients fell into probably 3 or 4 different categories. One, those who were already doing it and then went for it.
No, wait a minute. No. See, she's so serious. She's like a corporate killer. Like, she's going right in. Like, you're no joke. I want people, before you get there, I know you got this. When I looked at you in the back, I saw your mother, I saw your father, I saw your ancestors. That's reasonable comfort in your own skin, which is very rare, that self-esteem and that confidence. Confidence is clear, you're confident.
We are emerging majorities and sit in the room and use that language and see how the conversation shifts. Because you are no longer less than the other side, a little bit of what's left over, but we are emerging majorities.
Hi, my name is Wendy Lowe, and I'm the CEO of Faith and STEAM, LLC. Children need to learn about science, technology, engineering, agriculture, art, and math. That's what the STEAM stands for. I've known about Operation Hope for a little while. I'm a member of the Atlanta Black Chambers, and a person from Operation Hope came on one of our Tuesday morning calls and talked about Operation Hope. I've been working on my book. That was my main focus, and I'm like, okay, I have to get this business plan done. And I really didn't want to work on my business plan because it's kind of intimidating to do that. And I said, you know what, let me just sign up for this class. So it'll push me to get this business plan done. I enrolled in the Entrepreneurs Training Program, and Mr. Pierre, Mackenzie Pierre was my teacher, and he was excellent. I did my lean business plan in the class. I really liked the way the class was taught. It was very unique. Instead of just going by the book, which a lot of times people do, I worked with him to fix my budget and to get a better understanding of how I can move my finances forward. I know that it's very important to have a high credit score because it goes into your developing your business credit. I think that the 1MBB program is important because people need to understand that they can do more than just be an employee. More Black people that have businesses, then they can employ their own. And unfortunately, we have a lot of Black businesses, but they're mom and pops. We need to get to the next level where we scale our businesses to where we can have employees. And that's something that's going to be hard to do on your own. You're going to need resources. And so when you participate in this program, and you're exposed to different opportunities, then that can help your business grow. And as your business grows and scales, then you can help your community grow. One of the things that's really important for me is to create generational wealth. I have 3 children, and generational wealth will be created when we're owning homes and we're owning businesses.
And nearly 40% of their hosts say they rely on their Airbnb income to make ends meet. So this is transformational. I mean, 220 countries is every developing, recognized, sort of organized, not in chaos country on the planet. You essentially have covered the world map. And you've done it in 12 years. How does it make you? I mean, my wife uses Airbnb. She is an explorer, so it drove me nuts. She would move us around. When we were looking for a permanent home, she'd move us around every week to a new Airbnb. It drove me nuts. She loved it. But I was amazed at the volume of hosts, even here in Atlanta, from Peachtree City to Atlanta to Newton, Fayetteville, and all the homes were consistently well-maintained, beautiful, inviting. There was an organization to how there was a pride, actually.
To participate in this very massive humanitarian effort that's unfolding as we speak in the United States. Between Operation Hope, Promised Homes, you stepped up and said, I want to help, and I want to thank you for that.
Full disclosure, I own a company separate from Operation Hope, nothing to do with Operation Hope. We donated Operation Hope. It's the largest minority owner of single-family rental homes in America. And I told my team, every home not currently leased, I want it turned, which means prepare for rent. We're going to rent furniture, put it in the home, and we're going to provide those homes to Airbnb and to the U.S. government to house refugees that come to the United States for their transition. Provide free financial literacy, education, and training for the children and the parents in those homes who are coming from Afghanistan trying to find their place here. And then we work together, and we're now working to get the entire single-family residential industry to follow suit, to provide free housing for nationwide for any landlord that has homes that are not currently leased. We all can find a way to do good. It ain't that difficult. Two partner companies are already committed to it. I mean, this thing is rocking and rolling, and we've just begun on that 10-year campaign to create 1 million black businesses in America. Likewise, we now are announcing this initiative with Airbnb to help democratize housing and dignity for families. And you got an academy that we soon be launching, right? Expanding.
Airbnb Entrepreneurship Academy.
To do what?
To help Airbnb hosts, communities of color, learn how to be a great host, professional marketing, professional photography, like really just create the base of being like a great host on our site.
And that expanded to Africa, I saw, right?
We started in South Africa. We brought it to a rural part of North Carolina, and we're excited to bring other communities in.
You should know that Nelson Mandela's grandson, Zalman Mandela, was on our board, chairs of the Mandela Legacy Foundation, is here at the forum, listening to what you're doing in South Africa.
Amazing.
So, later, everybody, thanks for joining us for the 2021 forum. Thank you all. Let's go to the world.
They get a little nanotechnology thing, and it'll crawl up, do what it's got to do, and then crawl right back out. And that's who you had up here.
Yep.
People talking about where we are going
Yep.
and what we have to do to get there.
Yep.
And how'd you figure out it? Oh, you come from
all the way from
Compton. You come from Compton, and you this smart? But I know your secret. I've been backstage with your mama and your mother-in-law and your wife. And you have had sense enough to surround yourself or to be surrounded by brilliant, beautiful women.
That's the truth.
Amen.
See?
Look at my mother clapping.
And John, do they know you was a dancer on Soul Train?
What is this, like a roast?
No, it's the truth. I didn't know it for 10 years.
No,
He just told me last week. No,
Yeah.
tell him about it. Tell him about it.
I'll tell you about it.
A great dancer. Look at it. Wow! Whoa! You okay? Call the ambulance. I think he broke something.
No, don't drink water now. It'll come out right out. I mean, that's more strain on your groin than you had a long time.
I don't know. No man that could do that. That was incredible. No, that was great, man.
So, Chris,
they gonna remember what I say.
That's right. That's right.
You get serious, they won't remember.
won't
Go
remember.
ahead.
That's true.
Keep up the flow.
Keep it going.
I'm with you.
Don't slow us down.
But I do want to get at least a minute of seriousness here before we wrap.
It's serious.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Yeah.
And get you off of me. No, so when I talk to you, Chris, and Ambassador Young late at night, what people don't know, and it's just like talking, Tommy Dortch is here somewhere, chairman of 100 Black Men. It's like my conversation with him. It's never about themselves. Huh?
Nothing. He owed me $10.
Yeah, he owes me 20. But he's never talking about himself. You're never talking about yourself. He's never talking about himself. And people may not realize this about you. You're always talking about, in your private moments, things that matter. And to your point, what you said about me, the only time Chris has ever asked me for something is for money for his foundation to help those less unfortunate. And he comes here, again, for free. He gave his time tonight. It's not like he's not busy. He gave his time tonight. He's done this several times. He's always saying yes for the right cause. And again, digging in his pocket and asking his friends to support his foundation for a golf tournament, which you use for your foundation. Why do you care so much, Chris? What's this in your bones? We understand Ambassador Young's story.
Yeah.
What is it that causes you to care so much, and why are you so serious about business as a mechanism for for social
Well, I'll
justice?
tell you, today life is a mystery, man. Today I was looking at pictures. I took a lot of great trips to Africa early in my career, and one of them was with Colin Powell, and a lot of them was with Ambassador Young. I was looking at these pictures today. I've been to Tanzania. Ambassador Young took me to Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja, Ethiopia. He's taken me all over the world, and I've been blessed to take these great trips. And one of them was with Colin Powell, because I was looking for those pictures, and I found all these other pictures. And I said, oh man, I got to remind Ambassador Young, tell him, how much I appreciate it. All these great opportunities that God blessed me with great men like Ambassador Young. Just say, come on, tag along with me. And I learned a lot. It broadened my perspective, because my whole thing was just be the biggest comedian in the world, biggest actor in the world, get $20 million, and you good. But I did that at an early age, and I was like, is this it? This is kind of boring. And I started taking these trips, and I started seeing how blessed we were in America, and I started seeing how less fortunate some other people were in other countries with their water supply being ruined because an animal died in Ethiopia or Tanzania. And I was like, man, there's more to the world than just acting or being whatever. So it really shook me, man. It just brought I knew it was other things more important than making a lot of money. So my mom said, you do all these trips, you've done all these trips, why don't you start a foundation and do what you want to do too to help people? So I started a Chris Tucker Foundation because my mom said, start a foundation, because she saw what my heart was, traveling all over the world, Africa and all these different places, 14 different countries in Africa. And man, best thing I ever done in my life was begging rich people for money, because the reward, when you see the things, yesterday I gave $10,000 to a lady who has houses for sex trafficking, girls has been sex trafficked, and I gave $10,000 for it so they can build another house, because all year I've been asking my friends, raising money, and it feels so good to be able to do that and to help people. And then I'll see something on the news. I flew a woman from Jamaica who was in a bad car accident. Her husband or boyfriend died. She didn't know it, but her kids, and I was on the road on tour, her kids, it was all on the news in Rochester, New York somewhere. And I said, called my sister and told her, find out this news channel, call them, I want to fly her home. We got a plane, because God blessed me to be able to raise money from friends, and from Coca-Cola gives money, everybody, Delta gives money. And I was able to get her home, on a private jet back to her family, because I got a foundation. I recommend everybody starts a foundation. It's the greatest feeling in the world to be able to help somebody and just don't even think about it. And then everybody who gives, I tell my friends, you blessed. You blessed because you gave yesterday too. I did? That was part of your money that you gave me for the foundation. And that's what I tell my friends, and I love saying that, man, God's gonna bless you. He's like, what, why? Man, I just gave $10,000 over here and gave $10,000 or $20,000 or whatever. But I learned a lot of that from Ambassador Young, my other daddy, because he's done so much, in the world. And
but you got to be honest. Your mom was a preacher.
Yes, that's true. That's true. My mother's a missionary, Mary Tucker.
That's right. And,
Church of God in Christ.
And she raised you on your knees.
That's right. Praying.
That's right. And if you didn't get on your knees, she went across your behind.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You pray still, don't you?
Oh yeah, I pray every day. I pray an hour a day when I'm not rushing out of the house. I got a prayer closet built in my mama's house. I get on my knees before I do anything, because I don't want to make no mistakes. I said, God, I'm gonna pray to you first, and you'll guide me. And that's how I found all these great pictures. All these trips I took over the years. You haven't seen me a lot in the movies, but I've done some great things. I'm like the Black James Bond. Y'all don't even know it, but like we talk about Davos. But being able to, they can never take these trips I've had with Ambassador Young. I always have that in my heart, in my memories, with such a great man. It's just God has just blessed me. But we got more movies coming, more stuff coming. I'm gonna take it over again. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. Thank you.
That's his. Even though he built it and it was his money and his riches, he basically said, I would be nothing if not for my mother. So that's her house, and she lets me stay there. And every Sunday, where's he at? At church with his mother, if he's not on the road. These are the stories you don't hear about people, about who they really are.
Well, but if it's not your mama, it's your grandmama.
Yeah.
And if it's not your grandmama, it's your wife.
Yeah.
And if it's not your wife, it's your sister. but women make the world go round.
That's true. That's true.
So, Carolyn Young, Carolyn is a great backbone for Ambassador Young.
Give it up for Mrs. Young.
Yes.
Mrs. Young.
And she's also really, really, really funny. You think Ambassador Young's funny? She's really funny. And I can't tell her jokes in public. We are going to rise again and meet the moment.
Yep.
Chris?
I just thank you guys for having this here, John. Thank you for having this conference here. It's so important. Like I told you, I go to a lot of them. I go to Mike Milken's conference. Went to Clinton's conference in Davos. That's where you learn the best stuff. You meet the great people. So you guys take advantage of this. And thank you, man. God bless you. You're in hands, in good hands, good hands.
Love you, man.
But you know, before we close, let's give thanks to General Colin Powell.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let's thank the Lord.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
For raising him up in the Bronx from Jamaican parents and helping him to get through City College in New York. And he came down here as a lieutenant in Fort Benning, Georgia. But then he spent 2 terms in Vietnam. Not as a general, but he won the Purple Heart twice. And that's because he got wounded. And so one of the reasons why his body was not able to struggle with this virus is the sacrifice of his body for most of his 84 years in the service of this nation. And he was a warrior that made war to create peace. And he did it. And he continued doing it. And he's one of 3 people that I have admired all my life, practically. And first was Ralph Bunche, who we don't know much about, but Ralph Bunche gave us the United Nations. It came out of his brain. And he was a boy so poor when he got to Los Angeles that he couldn't ride. He wouldn't waste a nickel on the streetcar. He ran down with his grandmama to get into school, a public school in Los Angeles, and became the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, and really wrote most of the stuff that helps keep the world together today. And of course, you know Martin Luther King. And I was sitting there with him on the veranda, and the shot rang out. And it was obvious that he didn't even hear it. It cut through the tip of his chin and severed his spinal cord. So his body probably felt no pain. But my reaction was, damn, you can't go to heaven and leave us in hell. You can't do that. And I realize now, 58 years later, that he really didn't. He's still with us. And we are here where he was 50, 60 years ago. And we're carrying on that work, and it's no accident that G's Ben and Etsy are still with us, still feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, healing the sick, and setting at liberty those who are oppressed. And God has blessed us with the ability to keep on keeping on. So take your blessings and go home and get down on your knees and thank God for them. And then wake up in the morning and keep on spreading them all over this planet.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And go Braves, go Braves. Braves won tonight. 3-0, baby.
On behalf of Ambassador Young and Carolyn Young and myself and Shatra Dalton Bryant and even Chris Tucker, have a good evening. The night
We
is
love
closed.
you. Thank you.
You know, thank you, John. It's always a pleasure to be here because I learn and I meet the moment because of you. So thank you very much. You know how much I love you. All right, folks, we're running late. I have to ask you all to please clear the ballroom as quickly as possible because new setup is coming in, a new group. So we have to get out of the ballroom. If you need to talk, go toward the hallways.
Whose side do you want?
You better be on my side because we were real close together.
Neutral?
Okay.
Media
On
room.
my girl side, sorry.
Ooh.
All right, boo-boo. Sorry.
Ooh.
That's right.
You sound like you've been up all night.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Hey. Where's International Ballroom? No, this is the secondary.
That's the house. You're not an Alabama fan, are you, Sade?
Not really.
You know that's the house, too.
Yeah. And typically, I don't like
So,
get rid of that
camera.
like that.
Hey, it's my personal documentation of my first Hope Global Forum. Is the parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more up. So, LL1.
Go, Georgia Bulldogs.
A red dot.
Underneath the chair?
Uh-oh, someone found it.
There should be 4.
4?
But please feel free to share it with your friends and family. This is an opportunity for us all to get t-shirts, hats, hoodies, notebooks, coffee mugs,